What's up, everybody? Hello and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review, as coming from the UK, with Seth Rollins unfortunately out due to his injury and will be gone for over the next 6 to 9 months. There will be a World Heavyweight Title series, not World Heavyweight Title, but a tournament to crown a new WWE Champion at Survivor Series. As Triple H was out there pretty much putting over Seth Rollins and talk about his injury and he'll be gone, he did what he could, and everybody pretty much chanted, "Thank you, Rollins," then from the crowd. But since he was no longer the man, there has to be a new number one person to win. And they brought the number one contender from last week, Roman Reigns, and pretty much trying to say, yeah, it's a good belt, isn't it? And pretty much, he thought it's unfair because he earned his right to become the number one contender, but now you gotta do a tournament to win the title again. And he said it doesn't have to be this way. He says you can get the belt right now, because he talked about seeing Stephanie scouted when Evolution was going against the Shield, looking for someone with the size, strength, speed, and ruthless aggression he talked about. It could have been Reigns, but he had to be willing to do anything, and that's why he wasn't. And pretty much Hunter says, I know you feel that you almost beat Brock Lesnar, and it had it taken away once Rollins cashed in the Money in the Bank and stuff, but this thing, Seth Rollins will do anything to get the title. And Triple H said, why I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Say he would give him a title right now, and not even do the whole tournament. And pretty much Roman Reigns wanted to do it on his own. Pretty much he wanted to be a man and everything. Reigns said it's good, but that's not happening. He doesn't want to be a sellout and stuff. But Hunter says you could beat a man right now, because everybody's not always gonna like you. People already criticize you for it. You want to die and have your tombstone. It says everybody liked me and stuff. He says join me. It'll be my man. He says, even though that sounded a little gay, he kept saying it. He said be the guy or be my guy, but to represent the authority. Don't say be my man. It kind of a little weird. But pretty much Reigns says you can take your offer and shove it, and Triple H thanked them for reminding why he didn't pick him to begin with. He said you better wait here because you're going against your opponent next, and that's Big Show. So good mic work from Triple H. Roman Reigns winning against Big Show. Nobody barely cared for this match, and I think it's both guys' fault because we've seen this match so many times. And speaking of this whole World Heavyweight Title tournament, my God, they threw anybody random into this whole thing, to be honest. Other than Big Show and Reigns being in it, I don't think the crowd cared that much. Reigns won as predictable, so I wasn't really surprised of who won the match. So he did it just to do it, but Roman Reigns won, so I'm not really surprised. Now the people I am surprised are even in this tournament. Looking at some of the brackets of this whole 16-man thing, we got Del Rio versus Stardust, Cesaro versus Sheamus, Kalisto somehow made it into this thing. It's going against Wyatts. Title Sonia, someone made it in this thing. It's going against Barrett. Owens versus Titus O'Neil. Neville versus Barrett. Ziggler versus The Miz, and Dean Ambrose versus Tyler Breeze. A lot of this doesn't make sense right here for who's in this tournament. Like Titus O'Neil, I have no idea. Kevin Owens pretty much cut a promo talking about, yes, my gear has pockets. If you like my theme song so much, go buy it on iTunes and put a little bit more change in my pocket, he says. And you British fans, you consider yourself the best fans in the world, but you're not. You worship a false idol that is supposed to be a queen and stuff. He said he's a prize fighter, and he'll be a dual champion at Survivor Series. So I wanted to let Kevin Owens talk a little bit more. It's pretty much then Owens against Titus O'Neil in the tournament. Kevin Owens won as predictable as it was. A lot of these matches are very predictable of who's in this tournament, because you know who's gonna win. You know who's gonna get through the first round pretty much. So I just surprised they even put him in this match. And then once again they kept playing multiple Undertaker and Kane videos tonight from throughout the years from their history, since Bray Wyatt said it would be a eulogy tonight for Undertaker and Kane, as they pretty much played multiple videos of Undertaker debuting, winning the title from Psycho Sid, Kane eliminating 11. A lot of Kane stuff was very recent, though. Winning the tag team titles of Team Hell No. As many tag team gold, Kane is one. That's the best clip they can do. Cashing in Money in the Bank. 11 people eliminating the Royal Rumble. Undertaker at WrestleMania. And returning at Survivor Series. Going against Edge at SummerSlam. Also, Kane hunting down Edge. It's a lot throughout the history. Paige says she's gonna beat Becky Lynch tonight. As she went against Becky Lynch, and this match didn't make sense because Becky Lynch actually won the match. So why beat the #1 contender that's supposed to be challenging the champion at the next pay-per-view? Why would the #1 contender lose? Pretty much Paige got mad and hit the PTO on the announce table, and Becky Lynch's Charlotte made the save. But why would you even want to do something like that and beat the #1 contender? It's almost like making her look weak. Undertaker Week is coming on the WWE Network since, 25th anniversary of the Dead Man is coming up. Also, to point out, Miz was in the ring as he was getting ready to go against Dolph Ziggler, which hurt his knee again. Ziggler won with a super kick. This match felt long, even though it was like, 5 minutes, but I knew Miz was going to make it through this whole tournament also. It's just a lot of these matches felt weak. It's like I said before, I'm repeating it, but who really believes half these guys in this tournament were really going to win the World Heavyweight Championship? The Real Zip Culture came out to get the what treatment. As they talk about this whole Mex America thing, he says, I don't need to tell you people my name are. As people chanting, who are you? And as Culture kept talking, they chanted what? And he said, you people let Vladimir Putin tell you what to do until it turned to booze then. And as Del Rio says, people in England are haters. So we know that they're heels then, I assume, with Del Rio and Culture or whatever the hell Mex America is. Doesn't still make sense, but they a lot of what treatments. Natalya went against Naomi. Sasha Banks pretty much was over as usual. Once again, over as whatever they all chanted, we want Sasha. Natalya won with a roll up pretty much then. All the Team Bad came in the ring and jumped. They jumped Natalya. They tried to get Sasha Banks in a sharpshooter with Sasha Banks at the Banks statement, and then pretty much taking out Natalya since they all jumped her. Sheamus and Baird in the ring as they were talking about Wayne Rooney, who was a soccer player, as Barrett kept taunting him. Sheamus then went against Cesaro, which is probably the best match out of the night. Literally the best match. Because the way Cesaro moves is just crazy out there. Even Sheamus. I'm surprised Cesaro's even going to win this match, but Cesaro pretty much hit a roll-up and won the whole match. And pretty much the best match they had on tonight. That felt like, somebody that's fighting for the title in this tournament. Tyler Breeze is in the back time. He's going to take out Dean Ambrose. Which I don't even know how Tyler Breeze even made in this tournament. He just debuted on Raw. He was making his in-ring debut tonight. So why the hell would he even be in this match? Ambrose pretty much went against him as he lost. And why would you have a guy come in, debut his match, and then lose the match? That doesn't make a lot of sense when you look at it. Whose idea was it to send Breeze out there? It wasn't a bad match, but why would you go out there just to lose on your debut? So I just don't understand. Ambrose won. That was predictable, kind of also. We knew he was going to win. It was kind of interesting, but we knew he was going to win. On SmackDown this Thursday, they will have Ryback versus Kalisto, Neville versus Baird, and Del Rio versus Stardust. Somehow, I still don't know how the hell Kalisto and O'Neal got. Even Stardust. Kalisto and O'Neal just lost a clean sweep on SmackDown last Thursday to the Wyatts in a Survivor Series match. New Day came out. They were over pretty much. Everybody chanting New Day. We have taken out anybody around here. We have taken out John Cena, the Dudleys, and Dolph Ziggler as they went against Neville and the Usos. Then the New Day picked up the win, pretty much knocking Neville off the ropes and got the pin on him. So who does New Day? I guess New Day will be facing the Usos next. So poor Team 3D. They just got the Dudleys. They just brought them in for nothing, I feel like now. Was it really to put them over? If they were going to go this many times for the titles, why the hell did they didn't win? See, I've said this before when you bring these guys back. If you bring them in, they can't lose every match. It doesn't put everybody over. It makes the guy you bring back look like shit now. You just got to look at it from a good perspective. Like, why? just doesn't make sense. And I feel like they did kind of screw the Dudleys in a way. So there's just a lot of things didn't make sense with that entire feud. Bray Wyatt was out here to do the eulogy. I took in these man's souls, both of them. I can summon the lightning and the thunder by my command. And said, all be over soon. Pretty much the apocalypse is coming. And pretty much they showed another video of Taker and Kane. Pretty much doing like the swirl thing. Showing them beating up people, and Taker's voice said rest in peace. And once then we got more lightning and fire show. Which I don't know why Bray Wyatt just likes to control the pyro now. Undertaker came out, walked to the ring together, and confronted Wyatt. Then the Wyatt thing came on, and the entire family surrounded him. Pretty much then the crowd started chanting, holy shit, and this is awesome. And then after that, Undertaker and Kane started fighting the Wyatts. Then took out Harper and Rowan. Strowman got in the ring. Crowd said, who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya? They pretty much took him out, threw him over the announce table, got in the ring, and pretty much beat the hell out of Bray Wyatt and chokeslammed him. So, double chokeslam, really, as everybody cheered. And they did their fist thing at the end, but to be honest, if you was going to bring Undertaker and Kane back to get their revenge, some people are like, what is the point of doing the match Survivor Series now if they beat their asses tonight on the show? They literally destroyed the Wyatts, but I guess they wanted their payback. They got their retribution now, but what's the point of still doing the match of Survivor Series? Is it going to be a 2-on-4, or are 2 more people going to join these guys? Because they pretty much came in with everything they had and beat the hell out of the Wyatt family. So, I don't know what will be I don't see what is an idea to do a Survivor Series match anymore if they got the payback tonight. They got their payback. Which allegedly their souls were being taken, their bodies were being burned to ashes, but Undertaker and Kane just pretty much laid waste to the entire Wyatt family and threw them all over the place. I don't know. This Raw doesn't make sense. This tournament somewhat doesn't make sense. I don't know what the plan is. I just like it's being predictable because we know Reigns is going to win. I feel like, unless they have a backup plan. I see Sheamus didn't win, so it could be a cash-in. And, like, the tournament just felt weak. Say what you want about TNA and their World Title Series. It's a different type of feel they're doing with a point system of how the tournament works. And it's more of a sports feel to it. Other than this, WWE, like, they just slapped anybody together. Not even a pre-tape, post-tape. Why should they do this? How do they feel about this tournament? Why did they even enter to become the World Heavyweight champion in Survivor Series? Because some of these guys didn't even look like they even need to be in there. Kalisto's not Rey Mysterio, folks. It's not happening. Titus O'Neil, I don't know how he got in it. Stardust, how did he even get in this whole World Title Series? It just doesn't make sense with half of these men that made it in there. We just threw them together at the last minute just because. That's the problem with this entire tournament. That's why I know I'm sound crazy comparing to the TNA one, but when you look at it, it's like you could have done better with this tournament. You really could have. The tournament could be more than what it seemed, but hey, they did what they wanted to do, and the only great parts of the show was really Sheamus versus Cesaro and Undertaker and Kane returning and pretty much beating the hell out of the Wyatts, destroying them all over the place. But that's my Raw review. Tell me what you still think about Seth Rollins being taken out. And do you really believe Reigns is going to be the champion just because since this tournament is predictable as hell, we know who's really going to win it. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace.